Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and welcome to my craft room. This is my WiP Wednesday video where I'm going to show you whatever I worked on in the craft room last week, and then afterwards we'll have a little chat and sit down and relax and talk to each other about what's going on, whether it be craft related or something around our lives. I just wanted to mention that the reason I give that little spiel every Wednesday is YouTube highly suggests that within the first 15 to 30 seconds of a video, you let the viewer know what your video is about. That way they can make the decision, do I want to watch this or do I want to go ahead and just skip it over and wait for the next video that comes out later on in the week. I like to let everyone know what the video is about because I don't want to waste anyone's time. It's really frustrating to watch a video, watch a movie, or read a book, only to hope it's going to get better, and yet it never does. So if you're not interested in the crafts that I'm working on and you rather wait for the tutorial on Friday, I'll see you on Friday. No hard feelings. We all have different things that we enjoy, right? So last week's tutorial was the coffee sleeves. I will put a link up in the iCard if you guys have missed it, but I made my scrappy versions and I made the regular versions. I had a lot of fun working on these. I think these are a great quick project, but you've all seen these and we don't need to dwell on them anymore. My patrons have seen these. I did a video last Sunday for them. These are sleeves that can go on a mason jar or like a regular glass. I showed it on a glass because I don't have any mason jars, but you can make a nice easy sleeve that goes over and does the same thing as the coffee sleeve does. So whether your drink is cold or hot, this will go over and it'll protect your hand. And if you're drinking a cold drink, it kind of absorbs a little of that condensation so it doesn't drip all over. You add a coaster to this and you're all set. I'm going to sneak a little Yarny goodness in here. I finished a dishcloth. I'll look it up on Instagram and put the number down there. I know I'm not doing a one a week of these anymore. Who knows, maybe I'll catch up later on the year. It's not a hard and true. The Yarn Hoarder's doing that 1 a week, 52 dishcloths a year. If I make it, I make it, and if I don't, I don't. It's okay, because this is just one of those little projects that I work on for those couple minutes while I'm cooking dinner and waiting for something to finish cooking or whatever it may be. I have added dishcloths to the shop, so if you're interested in purchasing any, there is a handful of them in there for you. Before I show you the next project, I had been waiting on an order of zippers to come in. I get a lot of questions about where I purchase my zippers. So I want to show you with this order that just came in. I had purchased a bunch of vanilla. This is well, it's a vanilla color, but I don't know if vanilla like vanilla ice cream, not vanilla like the vanilla you put in when you bake. It's a nice creamy color. It's not quite white and it's not quite beige, so it's a nice little color. I order my zippers from Zip It over on Etsy. They have a wide variety of different types of zippers, and with every order you get your little. I ordered the number 3 coil zippers from, I like the YKK ones. They have a good quality zipper. They seem to be very popular. They're nylon. They also have metal zippers, but it has a nice little zip to it. They're always smooth, straight out of the package. And they show you the wide range of colors, so you can go ahead and choose it. They have it based on a number system and a color system, so whichever one you prefer. See how you have a number and a color, so you can go ahead and look it up on their Etsy shop. But one of the things I really love, not only every order comes with the card, and they come with a nice business card, and I just like to see all the different colors on it. It's very colorful to get, but you also get a little gift. Now it varies. I don't order zippers every month, so it depends on whatever they have available. But with this order, I got these cute little wooden kitty cat buttons. I've received magnets similar to what you would be like a needle minder that you'd use for your cross stitch or your embroidery projects. I've received little buttons that you would put on the end of the zipper for a zipper pull. They have the little clasp that goes right onto here. But I look forward to seeing what the little bonus thing is. I've received stickers. Years and years ago, they sent these little rubber fishies. I can't remember what they were for, but they were kind of cool too. So you just never know what you're going to get. And I think these are great little embellishments to keep for any of my special little projects. So now what did I do with my zippers? I finally got to making one of those little vinyl zipper pouches. I started off with a smaller notion size. This is about 10.5 this way and about 6.25, 6 3/8 going in the top part. It has the nice little zipper. This is the vanilla zipper. I decided to go with all vanilla ones so that they would work in whatever project I have. As you can see, it has that little vinyl window. I have John Deere fabric on the front because nothing runs like a deer. And then on the back, I got the big old John Deeres on it. I put a little bit of a green ribbon on just to go ahead and make it for a nice little zipper pull to accent it. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen that I showed that you could put your tools in it for going to a quilting class. If you want to pop this into a tote bag or a suitcase. Maybe you're more of an artist or you want to keep something for your kids. You can put the markers in it, the pens, the crayons, colored pencils. And this size is even good to carry your thread in. So you can use it for just about anything. This size, I would use it also for maybe a little English paper piecing project or a little hand stitching if you're making a small hand quilt. You can keep a little bit of your project in here. If you're working on a smaller cross stitch or a smaller embroidery project, it would work in this size also. I will be making the larger sizes, but I thought to test it out, I would go ahead and start out with the smaller one. But I have gone ahead and chosen some fabrics to make some larger ones. I thought it'd be fun with some little Easter type of stuff. I know it's coming up close. It's not that far away next month, but it would be fun to have a little Easter. I've got to do it with the sunflowers. I think it would be a great use for the larger pouches to have these giant sunflowers with some of the plaid on the inside. I have some cute owls. I have these puppies. It looks like a yearbook, a class yearbook for the dogs. You got most talented, future hacker, best dressed, teacher's pet. I thought that was a fun little one. And if you've got the dogs, you've got to have the cats too, right? I have this really fun fabric, and I was looking through it, and it even has a cat working, well, trying to work at doing a little bit of sewing. We've all had those days, right? And the final one I picked out is a jungle one because I really like these giant eyes. So I thought that would be fun with this jungle themed fabric. I'm starting out these making them with full fabric like this, but then I'm going to also be making some with scrappy versions. Whether I put it on the back, you can make these with quilt blocks. You can make them with just a whole bunch of maybe like 2.5, 3, 1-inch squares. You can put it all over the back, or you can put it on the inside. So the options of working with the fabrics for these is really great. Anything your imagination will want to do, you can go ahead and do it. I like how it has just a little bit of an accent up there with the zipper. It does have binding all around it. So it is basically like any of the vinyl and cross stitch pouches you've seen all over online. This is just a smaller notion size. So I thought this, like I said, it was really good to start out with just to get my feet a little wet, figure out how everything goes without having to struggle with a larger pouch. And in my what I've been working on basket, I had a message on Instagram one day this past week. Hey, I see you make fabric postcards. Would you be interested in swapping Easter ones with me? And I thought, oh, well, that would be fun. So I did go ahead and join them to do some swapping. I am working on them. I have this fun fabric with the eggs on it, which, you can just send it like this, but I thought it would be fun to go ahead and embellish it. So this one, I am adding purple sequins to cover up that swirly purple egg. Not that it needs to be covered up, but I thought it'd be fun to add a little bit of, glitter on there, and I'll probably do some embroidery in different areas on there. This one, I'm going to be going ahead and putting something on the green one. I have more sequins by the roll like this. I have a really pretty blue one that I think would be nice for Easter. I had already added some embroidery embellishments to this. I went ahead and I put this nice purple lace down at the bottom. I actually put the embroidery leaves and stems on, put some colonial knots in it, some little running stitches and back stitches, and a bunch of colonial knots all across the top. And then I just made another one just like it. And the ones that I haven't finished up yet is I have all of these eggs. I'm not sure, I might just send that as this. And then this one is just going to be going out to a friend, and I'm going to send it just as is. Put a little quilting on it and stuff like that. It doesn't need to have anything extra. It's just kind of fun to have a postcard that is just a nice fabric like that. This one is taking a little bit of hand stitching to get it down. Well, technically I am stitching through each of the sequins. At least they are connected, which makes it a little bit easier than attaching each one individually. This way I can just basically, in a way, couch it down, but not, because when you couch something, you're going over it, and this time I'm just going down through the center. I could do it by machine, but then I thought, well, trying to get all around these little curves and nooks and crannies and stuff, it would be a lot easier if I just went ahead and did it by hand. So this has been taking a little bit of time. I spent an afternoon working on these. So that is all that I've been crafting in the craft room. I have been rearranging it a little bit. If you hang out with me over on Patreon, you'll know I've shown a video of the craft room and talked about some of the things I want to do. I will be showing a more updated video over to my patrons, but right now I've just gone ahead and added in a second crafting table because of the way I rearranged my room. I was kind of feeling a little crowded, so that gives me some extra space. So I'm in a new location once again, filming over here. So we'll see how this one looks when I go ahead and start editing it. It is a dark and gloomy day out today, so I'm a little concerned about the lighting. I have 3 extra lights shining down on you guys, but I hope it's still able to see what's going on and it's bright enough. We just had one of our another cold snaps, so now we're getting ready to come out of it. So it seems like you get a gloomy day going in and a gloomy day going out. I've heard from several of you guys where your weather has been really gorgeous, and some people are even getting like 70-degree weather over in snow country, but they know that it's the quiet before the storm, that when you have that beautiful 70-degree weather, you know the next week you're going to end up getting snow or at least a lot of cold weather coming through. So I have adventured out of the craft room a few times this past week. You know, you do your basic stuff, you got to run errands and stuff like that, so that does take up some of the time. But other than that, it's just been kind of good. I feel really comfortable right now with the way the room is set up. I am ignoring the mess behind me. I've talked about this before. As long as you have a good working space, you can deal with the mess that's all around the corners and the outer parts of the room as time comes. I have not worked on any new block of the month blocks. I still have a little bit of time before I have to worry about that. You know, the new information is not coming out to the 20th, so I hope to get to that this week. I hope to work on more of these, and it's that time of the year that I will be sending out patron rewards, and I am going to be sending out some fabric postcards. I know it's not a secret now, but it will be a surprise on what type of fabric postcards you get. So for all of my patrons, if you have been a patron in the year 2020, I like to send out quarterly rewards to everybody in addition to whatever else you normally get. So you'll be able to look forward to those coming in the mail sometime in the next month. I even send them out if you are a patron earlier in the year. Anytime during this quarter, I like to send out rewards to Patreon. If you're kind of wondering what Patreon is, I have a link down below, and I have an explanation video, an introduction video over there. You can go ahead and check that out and see what Patreon is all about. But basically, it's a way to support this channel and to receive extra video content and occasionally rewards that go out in the mail. So I just wanted to give this as a little heads up. I know a handful of my patrons are no mail rewards at all, but if you'd be interested in receiving a fabric postcard, even though you are international, they cost very little to send. So if you are as I said, if you are a no physical reward and you would like to receive a fabric postcard, just go ahead and send me a message over on Patreon with your mailing address and just let me know that you want it as a one-time reward, and I will send out a fabric postcard and when I'm doing my rewards for this quarter. So I think that's about all I have for you guys. Not much chitter chatter at the end, not much going on here. So I hope everyone is having a great week. I know it's about spring break time. We have our counties are starting to go into spring break now. So I hope everyone has some nice weather that they can enjoy it. So even if you choose to just hang out around the house and get a little bit of work done, maybe setting up your garden or working in your craft room, getting things cleaned, or you're just going to say, forget the mess, I am just sewing all week, Robin, closing the door, don't anyone pester me. So I hope you get a lot accomplished, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.